Oh my gosh. Hello, everyone. As I told y'all before, we are doing live podcasts for a while. That allows me to get more things out, allows me to get more work done. I literally just walked into the house, went to the bathroom, put on my pajamas, and I am starting a podcast. Funny enough, doing this is how my life should be. I would get 100 times more things done if my life was set up like this. It's like I don't have to think. I just walk into the thing I need to do the thing, and then go to the next thing. That would be how. Well, that's the plan for my future life. But, ooh, got to tell Melissa a story about this morning. You know what time I left the house?
Like close to 1 or maybe 1:30.
Really? This? I think it was that late. I left for like 12. Really? I think it was that late I left. Let me see. How would I check? Did you call anybody around that time?
Did I call anybody?
Yeah, I think if anybody. Oh yeah, I left before 12 because somebody called the phone.
Yeah, and
Did you answer that?
I thought you answered it because it just.
Yeah, I thought you answered it.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was at 12:01. That was on the train when that happened.
Okay.
Okay. So the start to my listen. I left the house before 12 o'clock. So like 11:45.
Can you pass me the remote, the white one? It's glaring in the thing. Thank you.
I left about. Hey, what's going on? Oof, I'm explaining to Melissa what just transpired this morning. Oh my goodness, the entrepreneur life. The beginning of it is a lot. So I left the house at 12 o'clock. Before 12 o'clock, around 11:30 or so. I don't even know if I can even hear me.
Okay.
Hello. I can't hear myself. I don't know how I sound. It's not connected to here. Maybe this should be in here. Hello. Again, I don't know if I hear myself or not.
Yeah, it's been acting up for me. I can't hear anything out of it.
Okay.
But
Cool.
it's still recording you. People can still hear you.
Okay, so I got to Washington Square Park. For context to anybody else, if everything goes perfect, I can get from here to Washington Square Park in probably 40 minutes, 45 minutes, right? If that's perfect. If it's a regular day, like an hour, a little bit less than an hour. If everything, just regular day, about an hour. Perfect, less than an hour. Okay. So I got to the city. Did I record on this phone? No, it's on my other phone. I gotta check. Let me see. Actually, maybe this would help me. What time was my first order? Okay, perfect. So I got this here around 3 o'clock. So it takes about 45 minutes. Perfect. That means I get off the train. I'll take the LIRR to the city. I either walk to the D train, take that down to Washington Square Park, and then I walk about 3 to 5 minutes to get to the park to set up. Right? West 4th Street is a stop. Washington Square Park is where I sell at. If I take the Atlantic Terminal train, it's roughly about maybe a little bit less time. But either way, if something were to go wrong in this process, it might be an hour and 7 minutes, hour and 10 minutes. It took me 3 hours to get to the city today.
This makes a lot of sense.
Why?
Because I looked at the number that you made,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Oh, is it broken? Is square broken? Was outside broken? This makes
Outside
a
was
lot
broken.
of sense."
So I got to the park at 3 o'clock. Right. So what happened was we had a package from yesterday to ship out. Right. We got an order last night. Shout out to Clarissa for the order. and I took it to USPS today, right? So there's a USPS at the train station when you take it into the city. There's one over there. So I'm gonna give you guys a rundown. Melissa already knows how it is. Well, technically she may or may not know how it is, but she has an idea. So this story is mainly for you, but I'm telling it so they can also hear a story. So I take, first of all, the day already started off crazy. The day already is crazy. I get to the train, right? And it's cold. It's cold as hell outside. So my thing to do is I stay in the elevator. I'll stay in the elevator until the train comes, right? So I don't even feel like walking all the way down to the thing. If the doors close on the elevator that goes down to the platform, I'll stay there, right? Make sense? Okay. You seem like it doesn't make sense.
On the lower level?
Sure. Either way, I'll just stay in the elevator. But I'll normally go down and then I'll just stay in the elevator.
And you're talking about here in Jamaica?
Yeah, on double R.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So I will go in the elevator. I'll press down and go to the platform. Stay inside the elevator to stay warm because there's no wind, and wait for the train. Right. So I am standing in the elevator. This happens often. It's not an uncommon thing. Somebody press the elevator to go up, right? To get an elevator to come back down. So they get in the elevator, and she's like, she kind of speaks English, but not really. And she's saying, I'm thinking she's saying, oh, how to get to the street level. I'm like, oh, you have to leave the elevator, go back upstairs, go down to go outside to the street level. She's like, no. I gotta get to track 1. I'm like, oh, okay, so you gotta go back upstairs, go to the elevator across, and go back down. She said, okay, cool. So they go back up, go across to the elevator, go back down. So I'm waiting for the train. The train's supposed to come at 12:08, right? So it says 7 minutes before it's supposed to come, whatever. So I'm like, where's the train at? So I get off the elevator to look to see what time the train's supposed to come, right? They moved the track of the train, right? To track 1. I'm on track 2, right? So here I am, like, wow. I'm like, I didn't hear no announcement about it happening, being moved or anything like that. But they probably made it, but I didn't hear no announcement. So when I went to go look at the train, the door closed. So the cart is inside the elevator. Someone pressed the elevator, and the cart went upstairs with them, and then they got on the elevator and brought the cart back down. But this whole time, I could see the train coming. So I'm like, I don't know whatever you want to call it. As soon as I got off the train, as soon as I got off the elevator, that's when the train was coming. So I'm like, damn, if I have to run up in the elevator, get across, and go back down. I'm like, what are the odds that somebody would press the button as soon as I need to get back in the elevator? So they get off. I sprint into the elevator. I'm punching the button. I'm like, I need to get on this elevator, right? It goes up, goes across. Another annoying thing, it's a short train. So it don't stop where I need to stop. It stop all the way up in the front. So now I gotta like fake do a little jog with the cart all the way up to where the train stop at, right? To add insult to injury, the wheels are fucked up. They're even more messed up than they used to be. They're better than the old wheels, but not as good as they should be. So I'm like, all right. So I get on the train, can't sit down. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So that's how it starts.
Okay, so you made it to the train.
Made it to the train.
Okay.
Standing up on the way to the train, on the way to the city. So now I get to the city, and I have to go upstairs. If y'all don't know, I gotta go to Moyni Hoyni Hall. It's this new building they built attached to the train station where they have a bunch of foodery. If you watch the vlog, you would have seen it. So the USPS place is upstairs in that building. So now, how would you get upstairs if you had a cart?
I'll take the escalator.
Okay, which escalator?
The one next to Walgreens.
Right. So that is all the way in the back of the place. Right. So I asked the guy, I'm like, is there an elevator around here? He's like, yeah. So there's this elevator comes before that. It's right in where the food hall is at, where the like the bar area. Okay. Right before you get to this elevator. I'm like, all right, cool. He walks me over there, I get in the elevator. So I get in the elevator, and I gotta go back across to the other side, because technically that's in the back of the building where the escalator is at.
Oh, sure.
Right. So then you gotta walk across to the front of the building. So I go to the front of the building, Drop the package off. I'm feeling good. I'm like, okay. Drop the package off. Everything is pretty much going, whatever. Now, I have a couple options. Right? So.
It sounds more complicated than it should.
I got a couple options to get to the city. Right?
Oh, okay.
To get to the city. So, I got option one. I can leave the train station. Right? Go walk on 1 avenue up to 6th Avenue. Take the D train downtown. That's one option. So, here's the thing, right? What would be the easiest route is the A train and the C train and the E train, which are at the train station, would literally take me like 2 stops downtown.
Right, yeah.
There is no elevator going downtown on 34th Street for any one of those trains. It's only going uptown. There is no downtown elevator for the A, C, or E train.
So you could take the uptown train 1 stop and switch over to the other side.
Okay, right. So Saturday, I did that. That's my first time ever doing that. Right. So that was also an annoying thing to happen. So that's my second option. I could go to 42nd Street. And then now the thing, since I did it on Saturday, it was kind of annoying to me because there's no elevator, right? So it's really dumb. So you get off the train, they have a ramp.
Wait, there's no elevator at 42nd.
There's no elevator because it's not Times Square, it's Port Authority, right? So I get this is Saturday. I get off on Saturday. This is why it kind of annoyed me. I'm looking around for an elevator, and there's 2 cops there. Y'all know I don't really rock with cops. I'm like, you know what? Let me just ask them because, they're here. They should know. I say, hey, is there an elevator? Right?
Where are you asking?
On Port Authority and 42nd Street. Because this is on Saturday. The train goes up.
There should be no reason why they don't have one.
What you mean?
At Port Authority?
Yes.
Right. There should absolutely be one.
There should be. Yes. That's what I said. I said there should be an elevator here.
Right.
This is Port Authority.
It's like that's the biggest hub.
It's not. It's not Times Square.
How is it not Times Square?
Because Times Square is on 7th Avenue. Port Authority is on 8th Avenue. All the trains and all the buses are at on Port Authority.
Even then, that's still a big hub.
It is a big hub,
right.
But it's not a big hub for the train system. It's a big hub for like the buses that come in there.
So okay, I just had another idea, but go ahead.
Okay, so 42nd Street, right? This is Saturday. So I asked the cop, I say 2 of them. It's a white guy and a white woman. And I say, hey, is there an elevator here? She responds, there's a ramp. Right? Oh, she said, there's the ramp.
That ramp is not even...
It's not, exactly. Exactly. So I'm looking at I'm glad you know. I'm glad you know. Cause I looked at the ramp and I was like, I said, is there an elevator? She gonna look me in my face and go, there's a ramp. I completely ignored her. I said, actually, God, is there an elevator? Not no elevator here. I'm like, okay, because I need to know, is this my only way of getting upstairs? Because this is one of them non-wheelchair accessible ramps where it go up and down and up and down and up and down. And it's like an 85-degree angle. So I'm like, I'm not really, and it's mad narrow. So you can't really come up and down with a cart on there. So I'm like, okay, I really don't want to walk up this mountain or whatever, but I have to because I'm like, this is Saturday. Like
I said, I still don't believe that there should be an elevator.
That's what I'm saying. But there was no sign that's an elevator.
That's kind of crazy. That's
insane. I'm like, this is, and the reason I think there's no elevator because people were walking up to stuff with their strollers and everything else. So I'm like, maybe there's no elevator. That's what I'm thinking.
That is insane.
Crazy. He's even crazier, right? So I have to take it doesn't even matter. I gotta take something back downtown. This is Saturday. So once you go up and down the ramp, I'm thinking I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to go across. There might be an elevator or another ramp that goes up and down and up, right? It's not there. So once I get upstairs, I have to walk down far.
Oh, yeah, facts. Yeah.
Then go down.
Yep.
So this is Saturday. I'm like, now it's today. I'm like, I did that yesterday. I'm like, I really don't want to do that again today. I'm like, I'm not really trying to go up and up and up and up and up and up. I'm not trying to do that. I don't want to do that. So I'm like, okay, that's option 1 is the D train, which is 1 avenue up. Then it's option 2, which is that nonsense, right? So I'm like, okay. A third option would be, this is where it got kind of funny. Third option is, If all I need is a train any train that is going back downtown to 34th Street. I need either the A, the C, the E. So I'm thinking, you know how some train stations there's an uptown side and downtown side on the same platform. So I'm like, okay, all I need is a stop that has that. All I need is one stop that has a downtown side. I can walk across the platform and just get on the downtown side train.
That's okay. I have another option in my head.
Okay, what option do you have?
I thought you were gonna say taking the one train uptown, one stop to get to Times Square, and then taking whatever.
Times Square. I'll get to Times Square.
The one train goes to Times
So
Square.
7th Avenue.
Right.
I'm on 8th Avenue.
But from Winnie, you could take the one train in the station. You would just have to walk up to 7th.
If I'm on, might try that next time. So you say I'll take the one train.
One stop up to Times Square. The only thing with that,
But then what train would I catch over there?
Right. I don't know. None of those trains go. It's only the blue and orange.
There's no the AC and E is on 8th Avenue.
Yeah. Okay. Because it's connected. You would have to walk down. Like, you could stay in the station and get from the one train to the A train. You would just have to walk.
Yeah, like walking on the avenue.
Forward.
Right. Walk a whole avenue like I did the D train.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So, okay. I'm like, oh, what's another central train station? In my head, I'm like, Columbus Circle.
Right, 59th, yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Oh my gosh.
I said, I'm going to take, where was I at this point? I'm on 34th Street, I think, at this time. So I said, I'm going to take the C, I'm on the train thinking, I'm going to take the C train. I'm thinking it's going to be, what happened?
Does the C train go to 59th?
So I said, I'm going to take the C train to 59th Street. Right? So I passed 42nd Street. I'm thinking the next stop on the train is going to be 59th Street. It's not, right? So the next stop, though, is like 50, no, I think it's the 51st.
Oh,
something like that,
okay,
or 50th.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, the next stop is 59th. That's what I'm thinking.
It's like 53rd and 7th Avenue.
So now it's going across town instead of uptown. So now I'm like, wow. So I'm looking at the signage on the train. I'm like, all right, what train can I connect to from this? Because I'm pretty much going into Queens, I think. I don't even know where the C train go.
Yeah, you definitely go like, yeah.
Yes, I'm going back across over the water. Right? Isn't that where it go? I don't know.
Honestly, the C train, you don't really go to Queens.
Where does it? I don't know where it goes.
It kind of just ends.
Okay, so
around there.
So that's where I'm taking it to, right? So I'm like, all right, what train can I?
The E.
Right. So So I'm like, okay, what train can I just again? What?
You could take the E uptown. This is ridiculous. This is dumb far. Like, you're really going out of your way.
Tell me. What's
You could take the E to Roosevelt Island or something like that, and the F train is there, and then you could take the F back to go down to.
All right, listen. Wait till I'll tell you the rest of my story. So I'm like, all right, I'm on a C train. I look at the map, little thing. It says I'm trying to find something that says I can just transfer over to it. All I need is a downtown C, A, or E train. These are all blue lines. I'm looking at the thing. I'm like, damn, I don't even see A as an option to transfer to. I'm like, that's kind of weird. So all I have is options of C and E train, right? And I'm like, huh. I'm like, none of these, and I look at the map too. None of them say wheelchair accessible. So if I get off at any one of these stops, if it's not a walk across the platform, I can't get off because I'm gonna be stuck there, right? So I'm like, oh snap, the D train. I'm like, I can catch the D train to 59th Street.
Is that on 7th? 750?
Yes. It's 7th Avenue and 53rd Street, the D train. I'm like, all right, cool. I know the D train goes to Columbus Circle. I'm going to catch that, right? So I get off the train and I catch the D train. Now, this is a weird thing. I don't know why it's set up like this, but it was going uptown, which was, I guess. But it was going the opposite direction. So I get on a D train. Get to Columbus Circle, right? Now, again, all I need is anyone. At this point, I'm at Columbus Circle. I need. I can take the D, the A, the C.
Yeah.
I can take
a B train if it's running.
I can take any one of them trains to get back downtown. All I need is a train to go back downtown. So I get off the D train on 59th Street, Columbus Circle. I walk to the elevator. I get up in the elevator. I'm like, yes. I'm like, okay. I'm like, where's the downtown elevator? Like, where's the get across to the other side elevator? I don't see anything. I don't see an elevator around here to get. That says downtown. I see uptown. I got off that one. Where's the downtown one? Why on Columbus Circle do they only have an uptown train elevator? You have to go down the stairs to go across. You have to go down the stairs to where there's like that. Where what's that thing called? We used to go at. Right, where that area is at. That area has the uptown and downtown train. But where they have the elevator I was on, you can only take it to the one train. It only goes up to the one train, or you leave the station. So there's no way if you have an elevator, if you need an elevator to get to a downtown train from there. It's only one side. You only go uptown and that's it. No downtown. Unless you go down the stairs, which again defeats the purpose of having an elevator because I need the elevator to go across the platform. Right? You get what I'm saying? Okay. So now I'm asking the guy that works there. I'm like, sir, how do I get over there? He said, oh, go right over there. I'm like, the stairs? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, I got a cart. He was like, yeah, you go down the stairs. I'm like, I need an elevator. Like, this is a heavy cart, I need an elevator. He was like, he's like, damn, they don't have one of those.
At 59th Street? That's insane. That's insane. You know how much schools, there's Lincoln Center, there's just so many establishments that's there that you would think, we should have an Mr. Man Tower over there.
Here's the thing. They have it. It's just, you can't be getting off the train I was getting off of. Because now, if you look at the map, it'll say, it's the thing about the MTA train, right? If you're not from New York, you may not know this. They will have the little handicap sign, right?
Yeah.
But some letters are highlighted and some aren't. You ever notice that? Some of them are bold.
I didn't
some of them are not bold. Only the ones that are bold allow you to use the handicap thing. So the ones that are, it can be the same stop, but only the ones that are bold have access to the handicap sign. Those other trains that I needed did not have access to the handicap sign. All right? So I'm like, okay, now I'm at this station. I can only take the D train uptown or the 1 train uptown. Those are my only options, right? I can't leave the station. So I'm like, okay.
And that's mad far too.
I'm on Columbus Circle.
Right.
I need to be on 4th Street. I'm on 59th Street. I'm like, okay, well, I'm already 59th Street. Let me go to 72nd Street. I'm thinking 72nd Street.
That's dumb. Okay.
Where else am I go?
That's true. That's like, but that's far.
I'm so far at this point.
I think that's the museum, right?
That's where we get off when we go into freaking Grand Bazaar. That's where that's at. So I'm all the way up on 72nd Street.
That's like a 30-minute ride down to You might as well should have been going to the Bronx at that point.
So I'm like, all right. I said, I'm going to catch the 1 train back downtown to, this could have been me. Because it probably was, not thinking about it, it might have been me. But I'm going to keep telling you my story. So I catch the 1 train up to 72nd Street. Okay? Now I got to walk to the end of the platform. Yes, the 1 train on 59th Street. Right, so it's local.
Right, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, ooh, that's stop.
There were right. I don't think the what?
No D train.
They don't go to 72nd Street.
Oh, where is stop at?
What street? Well, first of all, I can't. No.
I thought the D train go to the Bronx.
Right, what am I doing in the Bronx?
But I'm saying like I thought it would like stop.
It go on a different line. It goes on a different. The 1 is different from the D when it goes uptown.
Okay.
So now I get off. No, I get off 72nd Street. Right. I walk to the end of the platform. I get an elevator. I go upstairs. Fucking start falling off the cart. The whole top of the shit in the cart fall on the floor. And I'm just like, and I was mad about it because I was trying to rush to the other elevator because I saw that people were waiting for it already. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try and catch it because they're already there. I don't want to press the button. They catch it, they get on, and I gotta go after them and I miss it. So I'm like, I'm even trying to rush over there. Everything falls off the cart. Missed the elevator. I'm like, all right, it's annoying. So I'm waiting for the elevator. The train comes in 2 minutes. I'm just like, I'm like, come on. I'm like, please, God. I'm like, I might kill myself at this point. I'm unalive myself at this point because this is so crazy. So I catch that train. I catch the one train, right? I'm taking it downtown. I'm checking the maps. I'm like, okay. I'm like, where do I go? Damn, that'd be crazy too. I gotta check. I feel like it should, but now I really gotta check now. I feel like it has to. I go to 34th Street and I'm looking at the thing. I'm like, damn, I'm not at the right 34th Street. That's what I'm telling myself. I don't know. That's what I told myself when I was looking at the thing. I'm like, cause I got to the stop. I got to 34th Street. I looked and I'm like, there's no handicap sign here on 34th Street, right? I listen. This is.
What train were you on?
I'm on the one train, right? I'm just telling you what happened. I don't know. I gotta check right now because when I looked off the thing, I'm like,
supposed to be elevator.
They're supposed to be. I did not see no signs that said elevator or blue handicap.
How?
I don't know.
Bro, because right when you swipe the Metro card,
I'm not saying you're not wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm saying when I looked, I did not see no sign for a handicap. When I looked at my phone, I'm like, damn, I need to be on 8th Avenue.
Is Christopher Street near West 4th?
It is. 9th Street. What happened?
Because I wonder if you could take the one train down to Christopher.
Oh yeah. Trust me, we got more coming. I want to check to see if the train will do what it's supposed to do there. So, because I'm like I said, that to me. Let's see.
The weekends is the worst with the trains. Worse. You get on the A train is on the B line, go out, skipping stops.
Okay, let's see. Here we go. Subway map. Okay, so this is probably where I messed up at right here, because like I said, I didn't see. I thought I was supposed to be on 8th Avenue. I'm on 7th. I'm like, damn, I don't see a handicap elevator. I don't see it. That's what I said. I said, you know what, damn. You know what I'm gonna do? I said I'm gonna take. No, the door closed at that point. Cause I'm like, I don't really know. I'm like, wherever I gotta go, I can't go back uptown because I can't get across. That's what I'm telling myself, right? So now I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, how do I get to West 4th Street? I check my phone. It says get off at Christopher Street, right? But I'm like, I ride my bike in the city, so I know Christopher Street. There's no elevator over there. So I'm like, I can't get off. So I check my map. It's like there's no elevator there. I'm like, okay, I can't get off there. So I'm like, all right, how do I get to Washington Square Park from the one train? So I'm riding. I'm like, damn, I'm like, how far now I gotta go to get to a train? And at this point, I'm like, I'll take a train that go back uptown again, as long as it's on the same platform. I don't care. I'll go back uptown. I'm like, oh, duh. I'm like, I get off at 14th Street and take the L to 8th Avenue.
So much.
Take the C back uptown. Get off at West 4th and walk to Washington Square Park.
I cannot.
So I get off the train at 14th Street.
Honestly, I would have walked.
Walk from where?
Let's go to 14th Street.
Okay, I'm glad you would have walked. Because there's no elevator at 14th Street. On the one,
feel like this close enough.
On the one line, there is no elevator to go up on 14th Street. They have it on Union Square. They have it on 8th Avenue. They do not have it on 7th Avenue. There is no elevator there.
I would have just cried.
I was this close. Melissa. I was this close. Right?
I think I would have went back home. I would have been like, I can
Melissa.
34th Street.
Melissa, when I tell you, I basically came back home. When I tell you I was this close coming back home, I'm like, I'm just gonna go home because I'm like, at this point it's 2:30 and it's gonna get dark in a couple hours. I'm not even there yet. I'm like, it's 2:30. I'm still not even, and however I'm gonna get there, it's not like a quick route. So whatever time it takes me to get there, And then it's set up, and it starts telling it's gonna get dark in an hour. I'm like, this is just crazy. I'm just gonna go home and just start the podcast and watch anime and just put my head on my covers and just call it a night because I'm like, I don't care. At this point, I'm like, I don't. This is crazy. So now, this is my thought process at 14th Street, waiting for the next train. I'm like, okay, Donovan, what do you do now? So I'm looking at the map. I'm trying to scour to figure out what train can I possibly take to get. All I need is to go back uptown at this point, right? I'm like, okay, I could go down. I forgot what train. I was like, I could take this train downtown, come back uptown. Whatever the train was, I forgot. The one train. I said I could take the one train down Chambers Street. Chambers.
You damn near out of Manhattan.
So I said I could do that. These are my options. I could take that, and then I could walk. I could come back. And mind you, if the train don't stop, the elevator don't. I mean, the train does not stop at West 4th. So I have to go from Chambers back up to 34th Street, get off the train.
Why 34th Street?
Where would I get off at? I'm on a one train. Where am I gonna get off?
Damn, you said no Christopher Street, right?
Kids, no elevator there.
Damn, let me see. Damn, I don't have my phone.
So, and then, mind you, take the one train back up 34th Street from Chambers. If y'all don't know, that's about 60 blocks, maybe 90 blocks. That's dumb far in New York time. From Chambers on a local route on a weekend to 34th Street.
Oh my gosh.
So, and then I would have to get off and walk to 6th Avenue, catch the D train, and come back downtown. When I thought about that, I said, I'm not going to go 34th Street and come back downtown. I'm going home. I'm like, if I have to go up 34th Street and look at Penn Station again, right. I'm getting on the LRRR and I'm going home. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do all of this and just, I'm not. That's ridiculous. So I'm like, all right. But at this point, I don't know any other way to get home. I'm like, how to get there. I mean, there's no other route other than going into Brooklyn somewhere, LA Terminal, and catch something over there, come back. I'm like, at that point, I might as well go home. Like, there's no reason for me to be outside.
Where were you? You at Chambers?
Yes.
Yeah. Because I'm like, maybe.
On a one train.
Maybe you could. Canal is near Grand Street.
Sort of, yeah.
I'm like, maybe you could go down to Canal and then walk to Grand Street. But I don't know if it's wheelchair accessible.
Right. So,
damn.
Right. And then I don't even know if the train on Canal Street will get me to where I need to get to anyways. Whatever train on that, I'm on the one line. If I was like maybe near Broadway and Grand Street, I might have a better chance. But I'm looking at the routes, right? So I'm like, okay, my brain is telling me, get on this one train. What happened?
I'm surprised when you went to 34th the second time, you didn't just go over to
what second
6th
time?
Avenue.
Which second time?
Once you, because you said you wasn't sure if there was an elevator there.
Right. So I came back. Right. So I came back down. So I'm on Canal Street. No, I'm on Chambers Street. No. Actually, I'm on 14th Street, going down to Chambers Street. Right. So I'm waiting for the train. And I'm like, okay, I can catch the one train, and I think it said I catch the one train downtown somewhere, get off, and go to the other side, and then go back uptown. Whatever train it would let me do. I think it might have been Chambers, or I can catch the 2 train or the 3 train to Fulton, which is deeper into Brooklyn, not Brooklyn, into Manhattan. So that's what I did. So I caught the 2 train to Fulton, right? Fulton.
Is that the last stop?
No. It's basically, but no. It's not the last. Well, the 2 train goes into Brooklyn. The 1 train has the last stop in Manhattan, but the 2 and 3 train go into Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically, it might be the last stop in Manhattan before Brooklyn,
right?
But I think it's one to stop after. But it's basically on the edge. It's right. It's like, here is where I'm at. This is the edge. It's close. So I get on. I get to the 2 train. I take it down to Fulton, right? And I have to. At this point, it's a blur. Oh, okay. Yes. So I get off Fulton. I have to find the A train. I'm like, oh, could the A and C connect to Fulton? I'm like, great. So I get on the A and the C train, and You just want to rub on me, move. And I take that to West Fourth. Right. I'm on the way up there. When I wanted to vlog. Right. My mental state was not there. I could not vlog. I couldn't even talk. I'm like, mind you, the wheel is messed up, so I'm dragging the car around this whole time. I'm just looking and I'm like, how much money am I gonna make if I go outside today? I'm like, if I go to this city, I haven't eaten all day. I'm like, I have to get food, so I'm gonna stop and get something to eat, and I'm gonna set up. I'm like, and then it's Sunday, and it's a weekend, so every spot gonna be filled up when I get there. I'm like, I should just go home. I'm like, why not? Why not go home, Donovan? Just go home. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, this is when I'm fighting battles, fighting demons at this point. I'm like, if you go home, Melissa's gonna ask you what happened. I'm gonna yell at her. I'm like, do you want to deal with that? I'm like, are you gonna tell her nothing? Are you gonna go under the cover and just lay in the bed and just sit there with your head at the ceiling? I'm like, you can do that too. I'm like, because it's just so crazy. It don't make sense to go outside. Like, it's so crazy that no one would go, you should have went outside. I'm gonna be outside for an hour. I'm like, this is so dumb. I'm like, this is so dumb at this point for me to go outside and try to sell. I'm like, because at this point, I'm still not at the park. Like, I'm still not there. I'm thinking in my head, like, I could just take this, like, 2 more stops, go on LRRR, and be home in 30 minutes. And that'd be the end of the day. I could just sit in the bed and be like, well, I went outside, and it is what it is. So I said, you know what, Donovan? If you go outside, if you make money, you're making more money than if you were stayed inside. I told myself, I'm like, you will be plus net positive for going outside if you make any money. And maybe you'll meet somebody that, like, you know, buys the candles in the future or something like that. I'm telling myself, I'm fighting demons. I am so, like, distraught and physically and emotionally drained from the day, getting off and on 5 or 6 different trains, having to.
Was that you just getting there?
When you FaceTime me, yes, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure when you called me, I don't know if I was set up yet when you called me. What'd you call me about?
The birthplace.
Oh, I was still setting up when you called me. I was literally setting up, yes, when you called me. So I was like, you know what, Donovan, just go. I'm like, I don't even know what'll happen if you go. I'm giving myself every motivational speech I've ever heard of Eric Thomas, of Alex. I'm looking at stuff online. Everybody's talking about something. I'm working dumb hard. I'm like, I don't want to go. I'm like, it's no reason to go, Donovan. I'm telling you, I'm fighting myself so much. But I ended up going. Out there. I walked to get me some halal food, which is highway robbery, those prices that they have over there, which is insane. And I went and I sat down because I'm like, my goal is to be the person that came outside. That's my goal. I'm like, I came out here. I'm out here. I'm gonna set up, but I'm not in no rush. Whatever happens, happens. I don't know what is gonna go down. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna just set my table up. But I made my food first. So I'm sitting there eating my food. God come up to me, one of the vendors, and goes, "Oh, don't worry, you don't have to rush." And I'm like, it's the same guy from before. And like I said, I don't know. He be saying stuff like that, and I'm like, I feel like it's shade. Like he's trying to I feel like he's trying to do something. Like he's trying to be something, right? But he be saying it in a nice way. But I feel like it don't hit me till afterwards. Until I'm like, did I look like I was rushed? Like, did you get the vibe I was in a rush? Cause I don't think I was rushing when I was eating my food. But I'm like, are you saying that because I'm late? Because I'm here at 3 o'clock? And I'm like, you saying don't rush as if, like, you know, it's early or something?
Like he's patronizing?
Right. So I ain't really know. So I just left it alone. I was like, ha, 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 and I ate my food. So I ended up setting up. And, I mean, like I said, it is really something different to be selling outside. Because I I wasn't even done setting up and got 3 sales.
Wow.
I wasn't even done. I was not even done. I don't need claps. I don't need claps. I don't need claps. I was not. I was not even done setting up, and I got 3 sales. And it was just like, damn. If I had got out here early, I wonder how today would have went. And then I'm like, this is just crazy. I don't even have that many candles. I don't have the samples all out yet. The table's, kind of still starting to fly away a little bit. But I'm like, people just came up. The first sale I got, I didn't even have the sample card down for the candle that she liked. And she bought that candle. It was room service. And I'm like, sure, here you go. But that candle flying off the shelf today with the room service one. People like wind down. I think I did 7 sales. I think I did more than 7. Did I do 7? I don't know. Maybe it was 7. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 7 sales and I sold 8 candles. So that's a total of $120, right? And someone went to buy a big room service, but I didn't have it. So that could have been extra, like, he ended up buying 2 of the small ones instead. So it would have been an extra $15 or $17. He would have bought the big one. So he liked that one. But I was out there. I was freezing my ass. I was freezing when it started hitting kind of like 4 o'clock, 4:30. I'm like, yeah, my toes is freezing. But again, still getting some sales, so I wasn't mad. I'm like, once I got $60, I'm like, I cleared today. I'm like, I have made more money coming outside than if I was in the house. So to me, that's a good day. And for me, it just kept going up. People could come to the table. They just kept buying stuff. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. We don't have no bad, which I really hate. And they were eating everything up. They're like, oh, I like this. I love this. I like this one. I like that. I met a vendor. He seemed pretty cool. He sells clothing, so I liked him. We talked for a bit. He gave me some tip. He said that he's been selling outside. And he asked me, have I ever had a situation where someone came up to me and the cop told me I can't sell? I'm like, nah. I'm like, bro, I haven't been outside that much to even experience that. I've been outside like 6 times. Like, I can't really, I don't really experience that. He said that he has a go-to line, right? So allegedly, what happened? What happened? Is there a candle burner?
Yeah.
Oh. Allegedly. What happened? You making a face? I'm listening. What's the face? What's the face? What's the face? What's the face? What's the face?
Are you about to share proprietary information?
Right. That's why I wasn't sure if I even say it. Cause I'm like, I want to tell you, but I ain't know if I want to say it out loud. That's why I was looking at you. I'm like, oh, you think what I'm thinking? Cause I really was thinking about it. I'm like, do I want to put this out into the ethosphere?
Do you want to?
If somebody talk to me, I might tell them, but just to put it out there, I'm probably not gonna do that. But maybe I heard I'm muted. I'm muted, and I'll tell you what he told me. I can't tell if you've been using my.
No, I haven't.
But yeah, so like I said, so that was. Mm-hmm. So that was just today, right? Of the vibes of going outside and selling. Yeah. So like I said, that was just today, right? Of the vibes. Right. So again, that's what I was saying. That's how today went. Uh, this has turned out to be a very viable option of selling outside. I want to do it more often throughout the week. My only problem that I'm having right now is that we have a Square loan, and I have my ears in still, and they take 70% of all our sales, and how we operate now in terms of percentages and stuff. Them taking that much is really like a lot. 70% is a crazy amount of money to take from every sale we do. Like 17% is basically half of what it costs to make the candle. That's insane. So they're basically cutting our inventory cost in half at that point. So we've been doing a 30 split, like a 30% split of we get 30%. Well, not we, but like there's 30% profit, 30% goes to debt, and 30% goes to inventory, right? And then we can kind of move around the profit however we want to move it. If we want to put it more into debt, if we have to buy things for the house, or we want to buy more inventory, we can kind of move it around like that. But 70% off the top is crazy. Like that's, like I said, my mindset is very different going forward when it comes to interest, debt, whatever. That shit's crazy. So there's that. Yesterday I went outside, had a good day, or did about 300 and maybe $50, $60, something like that. And no, yesterday. And I did 325, my bad. And it's like I said, I like it because we don't have to pay anybody. Well, I mean, now we do. We're paying 17%, which is fucking crazy. Oh my God, I hate that so much. I'm like, we don't have to pay it if we use Shopify, but it makes the checkout process so much harder to do. That's just the issue with doing that. But right. But like I said, I just don't the whole paying thing is so much easier because if we were at Artisan Fleas, half of this money would be going to buying a new. Honestly, yeah. Let's see how much we made today and yesterday. Today and yesterday we made $445, right? So we want to book another fair. $445 minus $350. We would have made $95 today. With $95, we cannot even buy inventory again. All we can do is book another fair. We can't re-up on what we sold today. Nothing. So I just love the fact that we don't have to deal with that. And I think, like the spot I had today is the best spot, and I'm gonna try to make sure I have that spot every single week because people just flock to the table when I'm sitting there. I'm just saying that people just walk up to me. I'm not doing nothing. So that I love. So we're gonna try and do that again every week. And I don't know why the painting guy, he moved. I don't know what his vibe is. Like I said, a lot of people don't be business people. That's what I realized. And I be trying to like, how I say this. I don't want to walk into a space with the mindset that I am the most business savvy person there. But people tend to show me that when we in the same space. So if I have a spot that's making me money, I'm not moving from that spot. If nobody's there, I'm not gonna move. I feel this guy just be moving around. That's the vibe I'm getting from him. It's like, bro, this spot right here is way better than this spot over here. Why are you over here? I don't understand. I don't get it. But that's just me. But let's see what I have on the agenda for today for you guys. Oh man. One reason, or I guess one thing, a convo that me and Melissa had earlier in the week was being an optimizer versus being a maximizer. And I bring that up because I think that's part of the reason why what happened to me happened today. So if you don't know what that means, it's something I heard from Alex. He was doing a podcast, I think. And a maximizer is pretty much somebody that's like, oh, this works. I'm going to do it till it stops working. Like, I'm not doing nothing else. This is what works. I'm going to keep doing this. As an optimizer, I'm like, how can I make this better? Like my brain always goes to, can I make this better? How? What can I do to make this either more efficient, faster, make more money than we're making right now? That's kind of how that's optimizing, right? So what that looks like in reality is something Melissa hates, which is when I would want to. Y'all remember this from back in the day? We would go home and I'm like, "Oh, let's try this route over here." She'd be like, "No, why you want to try that route? Because we know that this route works." I'm like, "Well, we also don't know if this route is faster, so let's try this route and see if it's faster, right?" Melissa's more of a maximizer. Melissa's like, "Oh, this works. Do it 100,000 times. Like, do this until the bus is out of order and they say we can't do this anymore." So today was me optimizing because I could have gotten off of 42nd Street and just walked up and down the ramp, walked down the thing again, took it back down. I could have done that, but I chose not to. I'm like, let's see what else I can try. But at least now I learned 10 more things I should not do to get to Washington Square Park. So in my repertoire, I'm like, that doesn't work, that doesn't work, that doesn't work, that doesn't work, and that doesn't work. So here we are. But like I said, that's something that it's something to manage and like to think about, right? Because if you maximize everything, you don't have any growth. Like you get old and stale in terms of business, I think. If you optimize everything, then you never actually build a foundation on anything. You just kind of like, okay, this worked enough. Let me try something else or learn something else. I think there should be a percentage of time or resources you put into a thing to optimize to make it better than what you already have. But I also think there's an amount of, okay, this is great, or this is not great. Let's get to a point where it is great and then start optimizing for other stuff. That's what I'm gonna say. I think there's a point of place where, okay, this is really good. We don't have to keep beating this dead horse. We're the number one search engine, or we're the number one candles person in this space. Like we could try something else. We don't have to just keep doing the same thing over and over again. So I think that's something that I'm trying to just, it's a new conversation that we had, so I'm trying to figure out where that would be. I've been licking my lips so much since yesterday. I think I'm just either dehydrated or my lips are dry. Just crazy. So let's throw a little tidbit in there for y'all. Okay, so I guess topic number 1 for the day is focusing on YouTube. So Melissa and I have been trying to figure out. Honestly, I thought we had this convo before last year, but I don't remember. We'll see in one of the videos, or somebody will remind us. That I think YouTube is the platform for us to focus on. The reason I say that is because there are so many platforms. There's Pinterest, there's YouTube, there's Amazon, there's Etsy, there's Fair, there's TikTok, there's Facebook, there's Snapchat, there's Twitter. There are so many platforms to promote our product, the brand, and each individual platform requires something different. And we've been narrowing it down over and over again. We pretty much got it down to like 2 or 3, right? Mine, this is before when we were doing even more subject fields where we were doing Turo, Airbnb, wholesale, and all at the same time. Cooking food, doing sports, doing hair, doing the podcast, like a lot of these things, right? So the reason we want to like choose one thing to do is because it becomes very difficult to just make content for multiple platforms, right? Especially in the sense, like if you try to, the way that I operate, I want to like research the platform. So I want to learn the hashtags. I want to get the software to learn the hashtags. I want to see the perfect time to post. I want to schedule posts. I want to do stories on Instagram. I want to, get better pictures from AI for Instagram. I want to do all these things for Instagram, right? But then it's like, okay, we get a lot of sales from YouTube for the candles. So what should we focus on, right? And we decided on YouTube because YouTube, I feel like, has a component of all the other platforms within itself. We can go live on YouTube. The thing I liked about stories, which I'm gonna get more into the strategy that we have, but I like stories because they can be quick and give you an update on what we're doing. However, on YouTube, that can be a community post. That could be, I think they allow you to post multiple pictures on your community post. I think people will like that. We just, swipe. You see how we were at the fair or outside or whatever. We can write a long message on there. We could do, honestly, I don't really think that people get community post fatigue. I don't know if you get notifications for it or not, but I don't think somebody will be like, damn, I saw a 10 posts from them today. Like, I don't think people have that. I've never experienced that where I saw somebody post too many community posts. So I don't know if anybody else has experienced that. Have you experienced that?
No. Some of them be interesting, like the polls and stuff.
Right.
Like that.
So that's something that we will, do more of. They have shorts that we can post on. They have long form, obviously. So like I said, they have live, long form. They have shorts, and they have community posts. And I think that it's just a better platform overall. I really hate meta products. Like, across the board, I hate. Instagram has a very good foothold, I feel like, on business, on small business. I think Instagram is probably the best small business platform, just because anybody that has a small business, they go, oh, let me check your Instagram. Like, that's the first thought they have. They don't go, oh, can I check your Facebook or can I check your YouTube? They go, oh, what's your IG? Like, that's their first thought as a small business. So I think that they have that kind of foothold on that space. But I think in terms of growing that platform, I don't really know what they do for discovery when it comes to growing your Instagram platform. Other than Reels, I'm not sure how the game works for Instagram. I mean, not saying it can't be learned. People get followers all the time. But I feel like YouTube just has better reach, and it has more outlets for us to utilize the platform. So we've been thinking about focusing on that. Now, an example of that would be this morning, right? Why we want to focus on one thing. I thought to myself, hey, we're doing YouTube, right? Maybe what I should do is I should use CapCut to make a short of my, which would have been crazy, of my trip to the city and going to sell candles. But then I remembered that we vlog it. So I can't record for the vlog and for the short at the same time. So I'm either going to record for the vlog, like, hey, this is what's going on. I'm going to the A train. Now I'm on the 1 train. Now I'm on the C train. Now I'm on the D train. Now I'm on Fulton Street. Now I'm on Chambers Street, right? Or I can do an aesthetic video for CapCut, right? So that process, just thinking about it, like, damn, that's splitting myself too thin, because I can't, like, I would have to just have my phone out like this, record, and then turn it, and then try and get a shot of whatever I'm talking about, or whatever the short will be about. So we really decide to niche down on that, and we think there's just a wider audience on YouTube, I feel like, to grow the candle channel, or the candle channel and the candle brand for it. Yeah, the next topic I want to talk to y'all about was just selling in the city. So I said this earlier that I think it's a very viable option to sell in the city, and we're trying to figure out the numbers now of how much money can I make selling in the city. I think it's very possible for me to do $3,000 for me to do $1,000 a week in the city. I think it's very possible. That's crazy. If I do $1,000 in the city, right? How much are they getting from that? $1,000 times 17%. $170. Right. I guess that's not that bad. Oh, that's every week though. God damn. So times 4. That's $700 a month they were paying them.
I mean, how much is a loan?
$7,000.
Yeah, like that much.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know. I might have to not do that, cause that's crazy. Can I get another Square account? How do I do that? Cause that's crazy. $700 a month? Nah, y'all can't see. That's what I'm saying. It's supposed to, a month? Man, they better stop playing. They are not about to get that no more. It's the last time they're about to get paid that money. They thought. Anyways. Because they have so many people coming to the park, like I said, I think I could do about $1,000 a week comfortably, and that's if I only go out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think I could do about $300 a day for the weekend and make that money. But we're trying to figure out how can we pay back our debt in 1 year. That's kind of where we're at right now. It's not like in stone, but we've been kind of playing with that idea, and we'd probably have to make like $200K or so to do that. So $4K a month is not that for sure. We could pay off a couple people with that, but not the entire everybody that we owe money to. So that's why we've been, well, when it gets warmer, we've talked about Melissa probably going out to sell. So honestly, I'd probably put you in Washington Square Park. Honestly, I probably wouldn't do that either. I don't know why. Why you made that face?
Cause the birds.
Oh shit, yeah.
Right. No.
I mean,
you can't tell me all the horror stories and then be like, you know what, Melissa, you no.
I think I would probably put you by Fairdy.
I could do that.
Right, go over there and be like, hey, just in that vicinity, because the guy I was talking to today, he told me he sells by Prince Street on Broadway, which is a very
I can do that.
Right.
And I don't think anybody's really gonna bother me for it.
Right, and if you're making a couple $100, so if she's there and then I am at the other place, we're doubling the amount of money we're making, more or less. Because like I said, it's only $300. Melissa could make $300. Like, that's not that much. Like, I don't think y'all understand. Well, y'all know. Y'all been here for a long time. The guy at the park was talking to me about it. I was just kind of like, oh, we got a sale? Hey, we got an order. Hey, she got 2 Do Not Disturbs. Interesting.
What size?
The little treats. Yeah, interesting. I wonder why did she do that?
Maybe it's for somebody else. One's a gift.
Shit, but I'm just thinking like, where she come from? Let me see. They didn't give an email. That's kind of crazy. They didn't give us an email? That's really crazy. I've never seen that before. How can you even fill it out without giving an email? Oh, she does her phone number instead? That's a first.
Gotta get them push notifications.
Let me see where she came from. That's all I care about. Where they come from. We got an order today. So we made $175.
Ooh.
Let me see. Oh man, I'm telling y'all. Oh, it's something about the guy. He was talking to me about. First of all, he's like, I heard this by. I don't know. I think 3 people told me this. They're like, you have the most professional setup out of everybody here. we have 3 live visitors right now.
Oh, on the site?
3 live visitors on the site. Let me see where they at. So let's see what they. So we have 1 in Rochester. We have 1. Where is this? Where's? Hold on. How do I zoom in? Are y'all in the same place? Wait. Okay, Brent, Bozeman, the Bronx, and Brooklyn. That's everybody's. That's where we have that. So.
I think you take most professional setup.
Interesting. What's the last 10 minutes? It's because it says checking out and purchase. Does that mean it's the same person or somebody different? Either way, let's see where they came from.
No sushi.
Don't do that, sushi. Where would I find? Oh, here it is. Oh, are they from an ad? February 25th. What's today? Today is the 25th. That's today. So that's, okay. Hold up. Wait a minute. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now. I was really. This might be an ad. I was about to turn off these ads today. So I'm gonna leave them on now. I'm gonna leave them on. But I was this close to turning them ads off.
They're learning.
Right. That's why I was like, they getting real dumb because they ain't learned that much. I feel like
you gotta give them some time. Not quick. No instant gratification.
Okay. All right. Okay. I like it. And they bought 2. So, like I said, that's great. That's great. Shout out to Facebook ads. Another thing too, we're gonna start having Melissa make some ads, or at least be the content for the ad, the creatives, as the people in the ad space like to say. But the guy at the park, he was saying that we had the most professional setup, right? And I'm just kind of like, yeah, but that's like, what's the word for that? When it's like, they call it ringing. Like, we're ringing. We're not y'all. Like, we've done this over 100 times.
They could have been doing it more than we had.
Absolutely not.
How do you say that? Oh, who were you speaking to?
Well, the guy was talking. Maybe you're right.
Because some people be doing this for years.
Right, you are right in that capacity. Yes. Okay, so then let me change how I say. We come from a different place. Okay. Because I'm like, I feel like it's ringing because
I don't know what that means.
In basketball, right?
Okay.
A lot of times people will have imagine if I decided to go play basketball at Justin's middle school. When he was in middle school, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pull up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm 13, right? And they're like, I'm like, nah, I'm 13, and like with a beard, I'm like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And imagine I'm 6'10". They be like, that happens all the time too, by the way.
You know what's funny? I seen it in Kurko.
Yes, that's what happens. And you'd be like, bro, this man is 35 years old. What are you talking about? He's like, no, I'm not. You like, listen, there were so many people that we played in high school that we were like, and maybe in middle school, we're like, this is a grown man. We're like, there's no way this dude is in high school. He's too old. He's too big, too athletic. That would be me. That's ringing. You do that, you're ringing. Okay. So that's us. It's like, we're not your average run-of-the-mill pull-up and set-up stuff.
We're not, but that doesn't. They've been doing it longer than we have.
I guess. Like I said,
those two things don't have to be.
It's very different. Like I said, he looked at me like, you have a whole cart. I'm like, he said you fit all in your cart. I'm like, yeah, bro. Listen. I'm like, bro. We had this down to a science. I'm like, we had to do threes in a day with multiple people.
And we did.
Right, multiple times. Like, I'm like, I'm cooking by myself. This is light work. Like, I'm like, this is nothing. I'm not even trying. I'm like, I'm chilling right now. I'm like, it's not the same as what you think it is. Like, but I thought it was funny because he really, like, he was the only person that felt like that. Even some customers were just like, wow. Like, one lady was like, you have the best table I've seen in this park ever. It's like, and I thought it was funny because when I tell you, I was telling the dude, I'm like, I was thinking about getting a tent and really showing out. I'm like, this is just really like, we have a table in the house. We got some stuff. Let's come out here and do that. But I was about to bring out the lights on the background. I was about to bring out the LED joints. I'm about to have some music playing in here. You might have signage and stuff. I'm like, don't don't you might really turn up. But
Yes, this is all handcrafted.
Bruh.
My girlfriend made this tablecloth with her
I'm
bare
telling
hands.
you, they was
This
really
is hand painted.
I'm telling you, I was just like, that's another thing too. I don't be wanting to go that crazy because he told me that when the cops came to him, they had an issue with the height of his rack. So he has an adjustable rack now. So he's like, yeah, if they have a problem, lower it. But I'm like, if they didn't picking about that, then I'm like, they probably gonna be mad if I have a whole setup.
Too big,
right, that's what I'm saying. So I let it rock.
I'm just glad that they see that. That means that it's noticeable.
Yes, mind you, this is not the first time I've heard that. I think I've heard that almost. If I've been there, I've probably been there 3, 6, maybe 10 times now. I probably heard at least 7 times. People are like, "Wow, yeah, but your set is the most it's the best one here." And I'd be like, "I'm not competing with them." Like if I was, I'm like, y'all haven't seen us compete. I'm like, if you want to be compete, come to Artists and Fleas last year. That was us being like, okay, look what we could do. That is not this. This is just like, we got to make some money.
This is our standard table.
Right, this is our standard. It's not even honestly, Melissa, that's the worst table we have.
You don't even got no risers, no nothing.
That's literally the worst table. I'm
you
like
even
all the
have
other.
The photo.
I might bring that now.
The little photo.
I might bring that now. They're gonna be pissed. I'm like, y'all don't even understand how much things we don't have here. I'm like, we don't have no perfumes. Honestly, the heart, I need you to repaint the heart. That's not on the table. The thing, the plant with the golden flowers, that's not on the table either. It's literally just the candles.
There's no lights.
Lights. I might bring that too now. The fairy ones.
Oh, the fairy lights not on the table.
No.
Wow.
It is vessels and candles and a rope.
The spotlights.
What spotlights?
Wow.
Melissa, that's what I'm saying. They don't understand. Like we really not. I'm like, guys, this is MBur chemical light. Like I need to I understand. But I don't do well with praise when we're not trying. I don't do well with that. It's like, come on, bro. If I really want to show out, I can show out. But I did it. I don't. We're not. So to the end, there was that. Yeah, I keep saying this. It's very viable outside. So I think I'm like, could we do? I think that's the real thing. That's the real crazy thing. See, that would be really crazy. We couldn't hire Jermaine, though. We couldn't pay him enough. But, could we? How much he make? How many hours? How much he make an hour? He made 20 yet?
He gets tips, too.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Right.
We can offer that. Because I'm like, we can do the same thing we did last year, this year. But I feel like people not going to be outside, number one. And I also feel like
people won't be outside.
This has to be about himself.
Oh.
Like, hey, okay. Like, hey, Courtney, go stand on 14th Street at Sally's Camp, by yourself. You just
yeah, that would be a little rough.
Right, Ariel, go to Chamber Street. Hadassah, you go up to Canal. My mom, I'm sending you to 77th. But we would make a crazy amount of money. And honestly, I don't think they have to sell that much. Hey, what's up, Sarah? Facts. It was. It is. He said, yeah, I know your setup was the best. No surprise. AF. Right. So, like I said, we just be chilling. So, it is what it is. I can't say nothing really about it.
You always want to run something up. We should get everybody to go there.
I didn't say we should. I would just say how crazy it would be because we literally aren't paying for the booth. But if they want 17%, nah. Like I said, that about to be canceled real quick. I'm sorry. I tried my best with y'all. Y'all not get 17%. That's too much money. That's almost $1,000 we paying y'all a month. That's too much money. I'm sorry. Y'all can't get that. Maybe after pay off some debt, y'all have to wait. How can I open up another Square account? How do I do that? I need to do that. I need to find out how to do that. I think you need a social security to do that. So I'm gonna get my own.
I'm not discussing this with you on the internet.
I'm telling you, that's crazy. I'm like, y'all wild. Y'all wild boys for that. 17%? I agree to that? No, I didn't. I have no proof. That's not me.
Put a picture you weren't there signing the document.
Be like, Patrick, what? This your name? Yes. This your picture? Yes. This your business? Yes. So this is you? Nope. No. Yeah. So like I said, there's that. We got another order today. I'm so happy for Facebook. I'm glad. I'm happy for y'all. What did we say? What the girl be saying? What did we say for Facebook? I'm happy for you, Facebook. Because y'all about to get like swallowed up real quick. Like I tell you, because I'm like, y'all listen. In the ethosphere of Facebook right now, they're getting killed. Like people is lighting them up on Twitter because they said that they don't know what they're doing, but they said that everybody's ads have been messed up for like the last couple months, and they're like Facebook is going in the trash can. So they gotta figure it out, but they don't really know what's going on. They're removing certain features where you can't look at certain things or certain qualities of people, whatever the case is. I need more money. I'm too small to be dealing with this stuff. I need you. I should send you $5. You give me $100 back. That's what I want. That's what I need them to do. So yes, there's that. Now, do we have any younger childs in the building? Any younger children? Firstborn? No, not firstborn. Lastborn children? Yes.
Bro, I thought you meant like young kids, like people that are young kids right now.
No. Youngest children. So I had an idea or a theory about myself, and I think it applies to a lot of people who fall into the youngest child category. And if you guys think I'm wrong, let me know. If you feel like you've seen this before, also let me know. So my personality, right? What is this? Is this like? My personality is very introvert, right? I'm introvert. I don't like to be bothered by anybody. I need my own space. Leave me alone. I'm very independent, right? Very, very independent. And one thing I hate as an independent person is relying on somebody else or worrying about somebody else. Two things I don't like to do, right? So I was wondering why, again, youngest people who are the youngest child, let me know if this applies to you or you've seen this before. For me, right? If I go somewhere, like if I leave the house, and my goal is to buy Pop-Tarts. That's my goal when I leave the house. I'm going outside because I want Pop-Tarts. When I get the Pop-Tarts, I have succeeded in my goal of obtaining the Pop-Tarts to come back home. At no point in this journey am I contemplating, maybe Melissa wants Pop-Tarts too. I'm not thinking that. My thought process is, I want Pop-Tarts. And honestly, it even extends to things that I don't want to do. So like, even today, it's like, okay, I don't want to go outside, but I'm going to force myself to go outside. While I'm outside, I'm going to buy Pop-Tarts. I'm not going to call Melissa and be like, you want Pop-Tarts? Because for me, I'm like, I don't even want to be outside right now. And I'm only buying these Pop-Tarts because I'm about to die. Right? This is my mindset. So if my mindset was I'm only going to spend $2 on Pop-Tarts or $5 on Pop-Tarts, whatever the number is. If I have to buy 2 Pop-Tarts or a Pop-Tart in a Gatorade or a Pop-Tart something else for somebody else, I am now exceeding what I had planned to spend in the first place, right? So my brain goes to don't buy nothing at all. Because if I don't buy anything, then nobody gets nothing at all, and I got to worry about it. Like, you can't say that I bought something for myself and buy it for you because I buy myself anything, right? So
is that why you be coming home with no snacks?
Absolutely, because now I gotta be like, what you want? Come on, because the thing, I'm like, okay, I'm operating on a budget. My budget is I could go outside and I could buy a Pop-Tart and be fine. So, one Pop-Tart and I'd be fine, right? That's $2 for Pop-Tart. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a good day. But now I call Melissa. What you want? You want something? What you want to get? Oh, can I get a sandwich and some hot fries and a soda? I'm like, yep. All right. But now I'm like, I wasn't planning to spend that. But now I'm like, if you go get all of that, I might as well get me a sandwich too, and a snack and a drink. So now the original $2 has turned into $30 worth of food, right? problem. It's a problem. Can't have that, right? So I go back to the youngest child thing. I think that, again, this is me. Let me know if this applies to you or you think somebody applies to them. As a youngest child, you are taught two things: to worry about yourself, and someone will do it for you. Those two things that happen as a youngest child. Because you have no responsibility of somebody under you. Nobody looks to you to be responsible for them. If you're mad about something, there's no younger child you have to play with, right? My sister, for example. I hit her over the head with a baseball bat. Right? But I love her. So after about an hour, I want to play video games with her. She probably still mad about the baseball bat that I hit her with. But as an older sister, you can't not play with your younger brother. Why would you do that? That's mean, right? But now, so what she has to do is she has to like find a place to separate the anger she has from getting hit in the head with being a good older sister, right? So as a youngest child, if you wrong me, I can cut you off because I don't have to worry. Like you do things for me. I don't do things for you because you're older than me. You're an adult. You have the money. You have the life. You already have the experience of buying stuff, of being mature. I don't have to buy you nothing because you're an adult, right? So, and now if my parent isn't home, what happens is...
It was an accident.
What happens is I worry about myself now. So it's like, okay, I fend for myself. As soon as my mom or somebody come in the house, if I'm like, hey, is there food? Like, what's going on? Is there a food situation happening here? Or no, nah, yes, no, okay. That's the vibe I get. Now, on the other hand, before I get to the other hand, I cannot speak for middle children. I don't really know yet much. We still think about that. But older children have the scenario of I am looking over a younger child. So when they go to the store, they probably know that their little brother or sister is going to say, hey, can I have some candy? Can you buy me some candy too? I want some candy, right? Because they're little brothers. They do. They're like, where's my candy at, right? So in the back of their mind, they already know they're going to deal with that. So to avoid the annoyingness of even dealing with it, they might ask them, they might bring them something. Here, take this little Skittle. Take it, fine. Oh, thank you. Right? Eat the Skittle up. So as they get older, I think it becomes more, it becomes less of a hurdle to overcome of doing that because you've done it for so long. So I was talking to a friend and he told me he felt a very similar situation where it's like he doesn't like to, maybe it could be a guy thing to a girlfriend thing too, but I think it's a younger child thing. But the idea of having to be like, you want some?
What's wrong with y'all?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know what the reason is. I feel like there's something there. There's a thing. I don't know if it's. We're not what?
Is it money?
Money what?
Like because money's tight and you're budgeting, so you're not trying to spend that much. Like,
maybe, I guess. Like I said, it's maybe because here's my thing. I'm not a parent, right? But if I was a parent and I got 7 kids, I'm not going to the movies. You can't do nothing when you have that many kids. Because in your mind, what would be a fun little trip for you and your son? Oh, I'm going to take my son to the movies. Spend $40. You're going to spend hundreds of dollars to go to the movie theater. I'm not going to the movie theaters.
That's it. But if you have the money to do it. Like if you.
But even if you have the money, it's like. Because let me explain what I mean by that. I have the money to do it, and then there's money isn't a problem to me. But people who have the money, like if you're making $100K a year, you could take the kids to movie theaters.
7 kids?
Yes.
I don't know. That's a lot.
You could. What you mean? You're making $100K.
I don't think $100K is enough to support 7 children.
We say support. I'm talking about taking them to the movie theaters.
Even then.
Okay, how much money you need for 7 kids, Melissa?
7 kids, I feel like you need at least 300K.
300K. Okay, so that 300K will be how much? Let me see. You got 300K divided by 12. 25K a month. Okay, so you're making 25K a month, right? Mm-hmm. So now, does every kid get a car?
What? I thought we were talking about going to the movies.
We are. But we go to the movies. How much do the movies cost? For 2 people?
For the movies can easily run you $30 per person.
Okay,
that
so
tickets, snacks, whatever.
What movie did you go to $30 per person? Wait, what? Oh, per person, $30?
Yes.
I guess I can agree with that. So we go 30 times. Yeah, how many kids? 7, right? 30 times 7. So every time we go to the movie, $200. Honestly.
Nah, that don't sound.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I mean, plus the parents.
Right.
Honestly, it's probably more than that. I would say probably 50.
That's what I'm saying.
50, 60. It might be.
That's what I'm saying. It's about $50. I say about $50 a person. Like,
if you want food,
right?
like,
you want snacks, meal, right? Am I taking y'all to only go see the movie at Tuesday at 7:00 in the morning, where it's $5 and we don't buy no snacks? Are we doing that? We can do that, but that's a miserable experience.
Right. So I would say okay. So it's probably like $60 per person.
Right. I mean, sure. I feel like $60 kind of high. I feel like a ticket is probably like $15.
It depends on what movie theater you go to.
Right. Ticket like $20. I've been to a movie in a long time, so I don't know.
I feel like a movie. It depends. It depends on what movie you're going to see, and then what amenities the theater has. Because if it's one of them,
we talk about an average movie theater with average prices. We're talking about the
movie.
You
don't even know what an average price.
We're not talking about the recliner. We're not talking about the.
Because the AMC theater will really run you like $20 for a ticket.
Okay, sure. Regular. Okay, so we're going $20 for a ticket. So you got $20. You want to get if you get snacks, that's $20 per person. So you have $40. Easy. So we have $40 per person. We have 40 times 2 times 7. So you got $280 plus you with another 40. That's $320.
Right.
To go see Batman.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That gets kind of crazy. That gets
But that's what I'm saying. So, but if money wasn't an option.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not like there. If you Jeff Bezos, you could have 100 kids go to movies with you. But that's not like we're talking about an average person with more kids than like an average amount of kids.
What? I'm confused.
What you mean?
I thought we agreed. Okay, you make it 300K.
Yes. Yeah.
And then and you're saying what? That you would still be concerned?
No. But if you're only talking about the movie theaters, then no, you wouldn't be concerned. Right. But if you're talking about 7 kids, you will be concerned because every event is now 7x. Every single event. You want to go to grocery shopping?
But that's what I'm saying.
$3,000.
But if money was not an option, would you?
But you keep saying not an option. At 300K, it's an option. It's not an option when you're Jeff Bezos. But like, it's. Let me see. If money isn't an option, would you care? No. Money is a crucial point of the whole thing.
Right.
So I think
I think that's where that outlook comes from not having an excess amount of money.
But I think there's still a gap or a space between I make an okay amount of money to pay for myself. I make okay amount of money to pay for you, but not to pay for both expenses. Yes.
I'm still confused.
What are you confused about?
Because I'm saying that I think that the issue. Okay. Yeah, I'm still confused. Can you say it one more time?
Okay.
Like, in a sense
money is the issue.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, money is the issue.
Okay.
I think there is still a level of, even if I have enough money, this is still a lot. There's a space where that exists, where it's like, I have the money to afford this, but this is still expensive.
Sure. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Where it's like, okay.
And you feel like, and who's that?
Girlfriends that want snacks. They be like, can you buy me a bag of Doritos? That's them.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen, I'm just saying that is the feeling that
No, it's not the feeling.
It's not the feeling.
Because
what is that?
We don't have an excess amount of money, and that's why the snacks be like snack. Snacks is a lot.
But that's the thing. We could afford $5 snacks.
Sure, but not really. But if my
consistently, not sure, you're right. But if my brain,
that's what I'm saying. If you can't afford $5 snacks consistently,
but why you add the qualifier of consistently on there? Why couldn't it just be afford $5 snacks?
That's the issue. That's when it becomes an issue, and that's when it becomes like, man, you asking for snacks again? You just got snacks yesterday. You want more snacks? That's where the conversation comes from.
I guess. Because I'm like, we made $300 yesterday. I still don't want to spend.
Yes, because you're traumatized.
Sure,
and you have debt, so you can't live freely.
They took it 17%.
I tell you, that's what I was talking about with Sarah, where it's like the trauma is still there. You can't even move. It's scary because it's like, oh wait, there is something.
Are those heavy?
Mind your business, please.
Don't hurt yourself.
But I think that's where that comes from, where it's like, okay, I still have to manage things. Things are looking better, but I can't tell if the ground is stable enough.
I guess. I mean, listen, the ground not stable for sure. I'm not gonna act like it is, but
it's better than it was before.
Sure,
right.
I guess.
But that's what I'm saying, where it's kind of.
I feel like the same ground we on. I feel like we haven't switched grounds yet. Nothing has changed. I feel like
it's more so like, instead of you being in the dungeon, you could see a window. Like, instead, you're not just completely in the darkness.
I mean, listen, that's you. I never felt like that, but because this is my thing. I knew there would always be some way to get out. Whether we have to live on the street and then.
That sounds crazy, Donovan. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay.
If we bought a car and lived in a car, I feel like we live in a storage unit. Listen, that homeless guy is doing it. His girlfriend. Okay, they getting money. Like I said, I felt like there's a lot of options. It was never like.
Sure, no one is saying there was no option.
Right, so we're in the same place.
That is the place that you're at. Like,
we're in the same place.
All those things that you said is still no, it's not. No, that's like trading a dungeon for another dungeon. Having income coming in, that's a window. That's like I can see what's above.
Do we really have income coming in when you owe 70% of all your money to Square?
Sir, please.
That's how much money.
It doesn't. I mean, that don't even really. It's not. That just means it'll take more time, as opposed to it being like, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to like, damn, I don't even know how this is gonna be fixed.
I guess. I
think that's what that is. I think it's just because you the same. Listen, no, don't get me started with things you done bought and all that stuff.
What I bought? Tell me what I bought.
Jackets and
I bought a jacket
and 30 feet teddy bears and.
Oh, I'm like, when I bought that?
Right.
But what are you talking about? What I don't understand. But I don't understand how does that apply.
Because I don't think you have an issue with buying things or like.
Of course not.
Exactly. So I'm like, but I feel like that's how you're framing what you're saying. I don't think it's true. I think it's just not enough money to do so.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Any young men out there, I'm telling you this right now. If you are broke, don't have a girlfriend. That's all I'm saying. Just don't have a girlfriend. That's it. That is the quotable for every guy out there. Because it's not a slight on anybody. It's like, bro, don't go outside in the rain without an umbrella. That's what it is. It's like you think if you think that you gonna walk in the rain with no umbrella with your girlfriend, she's not gonna be mad. You are sadly mistaken. She gonna be mad. If you have she gonna be mad. Absolutely. If that's a regular, like, oh, it's raining today, let's walk outside, like, she gonna be mad. So just to make sure you're not in a situation where she's just annoyed all the time, just don't have a girlfriend if you're broke. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's the tweet, the quotable, the mention, the whatever. That's what that is.
I don't understand what you just said.
What do you mean?
Like what?
Having a girlfriend without having money as a guy it's very different than being broke and talking to girls or being broke by yourself. Because she expects you to provide with no provisions. Does that make sense? Your eyebrows twitching like it makes sense, but you don't want to agree with it. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I think I understand what you're saying. So.
Oh, what do you think I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
Oh, okay. So yes, that is what that a new candle. You added more wax in there?
It was a candle that was over there.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like it's higher than it was before. No? Okay. But yes, so that right there is what I be saying. It's like playing life on X Games mode. That's what it is. If you that's absolutely what it is. That's a better scenario.
I don't know.
You don't think what?
Because I don't know if you are reading between the lines of what you're saying.
What am I saying between the lines?
It sounds like you're saying that having a girlfriend is the problem. What was that?
Sushi. You heard what you said.
Right, sushi. Tell me.
Don't jump. No, don't jump on me. Don't jump on me. She put that over on this table either. She come around over here.
But I think I understand what you're trying to say.
No. Having women isn't. Well, let me see. Is it the problem? No, the problem is not having money. That's the problem.
Right, but that's not what you said.
That is what I said. I said having a girlfriend no provisions when she wants provisions is the problem. Because okay, I feel like this is very. You're not jumping on my lap, Sushi. No, move. Women inherently want you to provide. That is the statement. That is the statement. So inherently, okay, that is the ground zero. You're starting at that. That's what you're starting at. So if you're not doing that, you're already at negative. You're already at negative because you're supposed to be doing. This is the bare minimum supposed to be doing. This is the bare minimum.
So, but okay.
What?
And I'm like,
I don't understand what's happening here.
Because I'm trying to understand. Because I'm like, are you saying like that's how you got to your situation? Is that what you're trying to say?
What situation? Being broke?
Sure.
No.
So then, because where did it?
Look at
where
this.
did that
Look
come
at her.
from?
Look at her.
Yeah, I think she saw me open. So.
No, Sushi. Sushi. No. I'm listening.
Right. Because I'm trying to understand where did that thought process come from?
What do you mean? Where did it come from? It's like why is water in the ocean? Maybe where did it come from? It's there. I don't know what that means. Why is like that? It is. Guys have to understand that if you are in a situation where you are not providing, you are gonna deal with a natural amount of stress tied to the lack of provisions. Yes? No. Yes?
Mm-hmm. What you said is accurate.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. So, I'm like, you're never going to avoid that. It's not going away. Because at the bare minimum, this is like, provide for me. That is, as a woman, that is zero. So if you're not doing that at the minimum, stress. I feel like you feel like this concept is very foreign. I feel like it's very, very American, very domestic.
It's like I said, I think it's the phrasing.
What's phrasing is?
Oh shit!
Are you getting smoked?
I'm not getting. Well, maybe now. They killed all my teammates, so now I'm the only one alive. Damn! See, I knew I shouldn't have turned my back.
She wearing slippers.
What is it? I mean, hi, Jessica.
Hey, Jess.
Cause maybe I'm thinking, maybe I'm making up words that you're not saying.
Okay, what words do you think I'm saying that I'm not saying?
that. Because I'm like, oh, they kept me on the team. That's cool. I don't know. It's okay.
What?
It's alright.
You want to show we watched the other day?
No! Okay. It's making me anxious.
Right, then you're doing what he did.
No, I don't want to do that. Alright, let me get my words together. Because it sounds like you're saying that the root of all your problems is having a girlfriend.
No.
And I'm said girlfriend. So
the root of the problem is having a girlfriend with no money.
But dude, that's not how the relationship started. Because I was like, how?
Hi, sushi.
So that's why it's like, okay, that's not how it started. We didn't start in this place. We ended up in this place.
Yes.
Right.
Anyways, so yes, to all the young men out there, keep that in mind. We are doing very well. I just got home about maybe an hour ago from selling outside. Oh, Melissa was telling me that you had your products in, I want to say, you said Walmart? In Walmart. How was that, and how did that happen? And yeah, I guess what was your experience with that? Because I've heard mixed feelings about Walmart or retail, things like that. Let me see, what else was I saying? What's next on my list for today?
I'm sitting here playing Fortnite. Am I catching strays?
What? It's not a stray. I mean, you're a girl. It's not. It's like I said. It's not. There's no. If you hated it, jeez. Wow, that's deep. She said she hated it. She didn't even say I disliked it. I hated it. To be at Walmart, that's tough. That's tough. It's not straight. It's just it's a realization of men with women. Women have them too. I think women just ignore with them. You have to figure out what that is. What is the woman thing that you know exists as a woman, but you can't really like. I know that if I don't have money, you're gonna stress me out because it's natural. What is that? What is that for a woman? What do you know? Like this is just what it is. This is just what's gonna happen. What is your version of that? That should hurt.
Y'all don't listen and just need to think you're in charge. That's just what it is. You just gotta let them.
See, there you go. That's right. That's one. There you go. Right there. That's just what it is. Just like this is what happened. You gonna get with a guy. He gonna feel like he gonna feel stressed if he's not in charge. That's what it is. So, if you want to get with a boyfriend, if you want to get with a guy, expect this. Don't be surprised when he argue with you about not being in charge. Same with a guy. Don't get a girlfriend and be surprised when she's like, "Why we don't have nothing? Why want this? Why we don't have? I can't go nowhere." Don't be surprised. You got with a girlfriend, you should have known from day one that this is gonna happen. You got with a boyfriend, you should have known he gonna tell me to do things. He be mad like, "No, listen, this is what's gonna happen."
Look, I chose my words very carefully. I said think he's in charge. That's what I said.
I know. I heard you.
Okay. Because I don't know if you repeated it.
What? Sure. You let him think he's in charge. Whatever. As long as he think he's in charge, he's in charge.
Sure.
So whatever it is. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. It's the same thing. If he think he's in charge, he's in charge. If the main thing he's not in charge, no longer in charge. That means you fail. So, But I feel like oh yes. Also, next topic I kind of wanted to bring up. My lips. I think maybe it's the halal food. I feel like my lips are so dry. I have purchased a new reading apparatus. Okay. They are known by many as books, and I bought the book by Alex Hormozy called $100 Million Offers, and I have bought this book because it has become very commonplace in our lives in entrepreneurship. I feel like this word keeps coming up. What is your offer? What are you offering? And I hate the question because it's like we offer wooden wick beeswax candles that smell amazing. That's what we offer, right? But I can't just write that on the website because it's not compelling enough. So everybody always asks, what's your offer? And you have to strategically come up with a way to articulate and communicate your offer. Correct? Yes. So the book is supposed to give you an idea of how to do that. So one of the things that I guess we can ask you guys, if anybody has any ideas on this, one of the concepts in the book, one of the concepts is or are, one of the concepts are, one of the concepts are, crazy, one of the concepts are, or a concept in the book is, I think that's better. A concept in the book is value, right? And what is value? How do you describe it? How do you assign it to something? What is valuable to people? One of the things that he says valuable to people is people value quickness in terms of a product. So an example he said was, if someone wants to lose weight, right, they will pay you less money if you tell them you will lose weight in 20 years, right? If you say, if you press this button right here, you'll lose weight as soon as you press the button. They will pay you a lot of money for that because the value is the quickness and the time in which they get the desired outcome of whatever you're selling, right? So the shorter you can make that time, the more you could charge for it because the higher the value is of the thing. So we are trying to figure out what about the candles can we put into that space. So I'm gonna give you some context or an idea that he brought up in the book, so you can kind of have a thought process of where to think at, right? So he was saying that there was a train, and the train at the station is being very late, right? It's always late. People are upset about the train. Now, the solution for that problem is to make the trains faster, right? That would cost hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars to make a whole bunch of new trains, maybe some new tracks, maybe the time to do construction, who knows, right? But they were able to solve the problem by adding one of those kind of like electric maps that tell you how far your train is coming from where you're at, right? So now the problem of the train being late hasn't necessarily been solved. The problem is the perception of how far the train is has been solved. So people don't think the train is taking as long because they now have an idea of where the train is at. Another example of that would be in the elevator. He was saying that what they'll do is people complain about elevators. So they decided they were going to take mirrors and put those mirrors in the elevator. So you have something to look at when you're riding the elevator. Because you're staring at yourself in the elevator, you forget how long the actual ride takes. Now, this applies to very large buildings. Imagine you're on the 88th floor of the building and you have to get down to ground zero, right? With no elevator, with no mirror. You have, imagine they remove the little ticker of what floor you're on. And then they said, we're also going to have no signage of, you start to see like the weather app and sports and stuff. No, we're going to put you in a box from the 88th floor down to the ground zero. That would probably be a very annoying ride. It'd probably be very stressful to everybody. Nobody want to do it. So they added the mirrors. And some other stuff depending on where you're at. So now, how do we take that and add that to the candle? Right? How do we push that and sell that? What would that solution be? And I'm open to hearing ideas too. What do y'all guys an idea? We're brainstorming. What you got, Melissa? You got anything?
I just died.
Damn. My time is impeccable. So you got any ideas on?
For what's the question? And for what?
What is the desired outcome of the candle when somebody buys it?
The desired outcome.
Mm-hmm. Anybody has a candle or burn a candle?
think
Tell me, what is your desired outcome from burning the candle?
I think kind of signals something sometimes.
Okay, that's
It might
not very
signal
specific. Signal something sometimes. I'm like, all right.
I was gonna keep talking.
Oh, okay.
It might signal the start of my day. It might signal the end of my day. It might signal me just cleaning my home, something. So.
Okay, so but when you buy the candle, is that what you're is that why you're buying it?
When I buy the candle,
what do you
I'm
want
thinking
from it?
when am I gonna burn it?
Okay.
So it's like if I and I think that would help me choose which candle I'm gonna get. But I think I will always burn the candle either before I do something or after. I know that sounds very vague. I apologize for that. But it's like, okay, I'm about to do this other thing. I'm gonna light the candle.
But is that why you buy the candle?
Yes.
When you go online, you're like, "Ooh, I'm looking for a new candle." You're thinking what exactly?
I don't know if I'm gonna look for a new candle online. Funny enough, I think I will get the candle that I got already online.
Okay, makes sense.
If I were to go online to look for a new candle, yeah, it's still the same thing because I would have to have in my head when I'm gonna burn it first, and that's the thing that I'm talking about with signaling. So if let's say someone had commented and said they like the Sunday reset candle because they burn it in the morning before they go to work. They said it's better than drinking coffee because it wakes them up. So to them, if I was that person, I'm like, oh, okay, so I like mint whatever scented candles. I'm gonna go get me another mint candle so I can burn it in the morning when I wake up. That's my thing. I wake up in the morning, but I don't know if you like this word, but when I was making the blog post, it said the AI said that like it's a ritualistic experience or it's kind of ceremonious. So it's like you kind of wake up and you do this thing. So if you wake up and you drink coffee and you light your candle, that's just kind of the steps that you take in the morning to do whatever it is that you're doing. So I think it falls into that for people.
So what came to my mind is smells, which I think, funny enough, is not actually. I don't know. I've been playing with this idea that the candles smell isn't the purpose why people buy candles.
I don't think so. It's a part of it.
It's a very large component.
Right.
However, I was thinking about it yesterday. I think something about the idea of a candle, people like. It's not the fragrance itself, because most people like most fragrances. Like it's very rare that you smell a candle, especially if you're not a candle person. You're like, I don't like this smell. It's more like, oh, that's cool. Like, oh, that's a cool smell. Oh, it smells like plants, or it smells like flowers, it's whatever. But it doesn't. That isn't necessarily a drawing factor, I feel like. But it's something about having a candle and then the fragrance to the candle. So the candle signals something to the person. You said no to that?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm trying to signal to this person that I'm following them.
Oh, okay.
And they are not getting that. They following me, and it's like, why are you following me?
Oh, okay.
But I guess.
Yes. So that is something about the candle. I feel like people. That's again. I don't even know if I'm the. I gotta ask Sarah. She burns more candles than I do. So. What? Because everybody says the same thing. It's the ambiance of the candle. It's the ambiance. It's the ambiance. It's the mood. It's the vibe. And I'm like, that's not specific enough. What does that mean? What does the vibe mean? What does the ambiance mean? What is that? What does that mean? What is that? So earlier when you were talking, I think that it has something to do with the ambiance, the mood, the vibe.
And what's that? All right,
no, I was gonna say that I think people identify with the candle smell. I don't know if that's it. Cause I said I don't know if it's I feel like, is it the fragrance or is it the candle? I feel like it's the candle. Something about the candle.
I think it's fire. We talked about it before.
Yeah, but I think there's something else there. It makes my environment indicative of something, a feeling of burning candles that can be attuned to reset. Right. Like something about what she said, what Sarah just said here is what the vibe that I get. It's like it makes my environment indicative of something. Whatever those words mean is what everybody feels. It transforms your environment to something, but what is the something it's transforming your environment into? Because every chat GPT, every Instagram page, every website says transform your space with a candle. But it's like that need more. Is there something else missing from that? What is it? What is it transformed into? What is it remind? It's not. I don't know if it's necessarily a memory. There's something there that people. I can't put my finger on the word, but there's something there. People burn a candle and they feel something when they burn it. The whole calmness, relaxing. Sure, everybody says that, but there's something that is people burn a candle for. What is that? Because I don't feel like most people don't really burn a candle and be like, oh my God, it's like a great massage. Oh, I feel so relaxed. Nobody does that. You don't do that. So the whole relaxing thing of the candle, yeah, you do it when you're relaxing. It doesn't make you relax necessarily. You burn a candle when you're doing this thing, but the candle doesn't make you do the thing. Like, I don't really know if anybody's like
I said, some people, it's kind of like
building a routine or a certain routine can feel like a memory, like you said.
I think it's kind of like when I get home from work, I want my house to smell a certain way.
See, right there. What is that? Why? Why?
Because it's comforting.
Why?
Why? Because
ooh, okay. Keep going. We're good. We're getting there.
I think smells is kind of like taste. It stimulates a certain part of your brain or whatever that it might make you. I think it makes you happy, like physiologically, whatever it releases when you smell it.
But why?
Because when you smell it, it releases some type of.
Nah, we're getting too deep. But why though? Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Well, why? Because I'm like, we almost there. You say you come in the house, everybody does that, and you want your house to smell like this thing. Okay, I think everybody that burns a candle can agree to that. We come in the house, I want my candle to smell like, my house to smell like this thing. Now the question is, why when you come in the house, do you want your house to smell like this scent? Mm-hmm. That's where we're at. Why do you want this? Any answers? Anybody got anything?
I'm sorry. I'm coming. I'm sorry.
Redacted.
Wait, what happened?
Nothing. Oh. I'm trying to think. Like I said, why would I want my house to smell good when I come in the house?
Like I said, I think it genuinely like.
Nah, it make you happy is not good enough. Okay, why does it make you happy? That's a better question. Why does it make you happy?
It's kind of like a pleasant surprise to smell.
Okay, I feel like that's close. I feel like that's there.
Because it's like, honestly, that's another thing too. It might have to do with maybe the environment that you were in for the day. So an example, if you're in an environment that's very smell heavy, maybe you might want to, I don't know, kind of counteract the smells that you've been smelling all day. Something else.
Okay. So Sarah said, it feels comforting coming home to a fragrance that feels like home. Coming home to a house that smells like your trash can, for example, like you're going to feel like, oh, that's bad or, oh, yuck. Especially after whatever type of day you had. Melissa's spot on actually with that one. So here's what I think, okay, from what Sarah is saying here. It's like, I think when you come home and smell a candle, I think that it triggers happiness in your brain.
Why you want to, like, why? Why you want to do that?
I think that, I think the garbage can is a great analogy. Or a great metaphor? Analogy. If I come in the house and I smell the trash, what do you think about?
Trash, taking out the trash.
Right. Boom. You right. Okay? When you come in the house and you smell a candle, you don't think about doing any work. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like there's a space between when I come in the house and I smell trash, I have to do more work. I'm like, okay, I gotta take this trash out. Okay, I gotta clean out the litter box, something like that. But I feel like if I come in the house and I smell a candle, I feel like I don't have to do anything. But I don't know what that's called. But I think it's tied to that. Like when I burn a candle, it doesn't make me right. It doesn't make me relax when I burn it. Like okay. Earlier I was saying that it's about the candle and not the fragrance. I think the fragrance is like very big part, but not the whole part. I think it's like 70-30. When you light a candle, it's somehow signaling what? It's signaling that I don't have any more work to do. And that's why I'm calm. That's why I'm relaxed. Because the candle being burned means that my day is like, there's no more stress coming after I burn the candle. But the candle is not de-stressifying me. But the fact that it's burning is like, okay, I'm burning this because I have no stress after I burn this. Like, I don't think people burn a candle when they feel stressed. Like, if I come in the house and the garbage stink, I'm probably gonna take the garbage out and then light the candle.
Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna do the work to remove whatever is causing me the stress and then light my candle. So you might clean and then do what? And then light the candle after you clean. Like, I don't really think people are like, you might light it before you clean so that you get the smell when you're done cleaning. But I don't think while you're cleaning, you're thinking, I want my house to smell like this while I'm cleaning. So it's something about there's a, what is, I don't know what that's called. What would the words be for that? What does that mean? If I come home, it's the thing you do before stress. It signals. I can't think of it. If you got something, let me know. But I think it's there. We're on it. We've gotten very close to the answer. But I just can't. I don't know how to articulate it though. But it's something about putting the candle on after you do the thing that caused you the stress. Nah. Is it because it's destroying something? Is that it? No, I feel like you can't market that. That sounds weird. Cause I'm like, you're burning a candle. Do not touch my lap, Sushi. No. Your mom's lap is right there. Go on her lap.
What? No.
Sit on her lap. But yeah, so I think that's where it is. I have to figure out how to get closer to that. But like I said, that is the end of the podcast, guys. We will listen. I like these. If I got any topics for me for next week, let me know. DM me, message me, whatever. I definitely think that this format has a lot of potential to like we could talk more. It's more interactive. if I have a question, I can ask y'all or if Melissa. Like we haven't argued in a long time, Melissa and I. But have we argued in a long time? Last time we argued about something. What's up? We had like a.
Last time we argued about something. What was it?
I feel like it was something kind of recent, but I don't know what it was.
What was it? It was the damn. It was the question.
What question?
You were asking me a question.
What'd you do when I asked you a question?
I didn't answer it.
Oh, well, that could cause something.
What question was it? It was the dang. Dang, what was the question? It was Mr. Beast. He was talking about the festivals.
Oh, right. And what was your response to that?
What you mean?
It was. Oh yes. Hold on. What did you say? It was Oh, asking you to think about something. You didn't want to think about it. Okay, I remember now. Yeah. So, but yeah, like I said, I think now Melissa and I have these, debates or arguments that, and we talk about in the podcast. You get some feedback instantaneously. When I say Pop-Tarts are better to buy the vending machine than the store.
When Donna would be saying some interesting things,
Me? Interested? Never. There's anything interesting. I've never said anything interesting. But yes, shout out to you, Jess. Good night to everyone. I loved having y'all here. And wait. Don't remind me. With that being said, no. That's not what it is. Mind you, when I'm doing it live, when I'm not doing it live, this is how I'll be doing it. But then you only see it when I cut it. You know what it is? Hashtag Bamboo Project 2024. Changing the environment. We will probably be moving out in like a month or so, maybe 2 months. But Bamboo Project out. Yeah, man. I'm trying we still figure out the kinks right now. We're trying to figure out like, do we come on right after I do the when I sell outside? Because technically, it's gonna get brighter. It's gonna be brighter longer outside. If you have any, suggestions, let me know. You think you should do it early in the morning on Saturday or Sunday? A whole different day of the week, maybe like a Thursday or something like that. We can go back to doing Thursdays if we're being honest. You don't want to do a different day of the week. Like, what day is best for y'all y'all to come out, chill out for, a couple hours, maybe 2 hours, something like that, and just vibe. Let me know what day y'all think it is. Y'all got me on Instagram. Y'all got me on Discord. So just let me know what day is best for y'all. And that's the day that I will do the live. But as of right now, it's Sunday. So, and it'll be Sunday when I get off from selling outside.